Mars artifact that looks like an ancient Greek god's head. We remain silent when distinguishing familiar characteristics in this piece from the planet Mars. And I'll leave a link below for you for this image. And there's also that very strange looking thing that's upright right there. That looks like a burnt up trunk of some kind of a plant. This is not the first time we look at things that look like something else. And of course, the scientists tell us that these are natural geological formations. But this thing that we're going to see right there looks like a statue's head. And you'll see that the area in front of him from the 2 o'clock position to the 7 o'clock position, it looks like a paved road of some kind. It could be geological, but it could also be something else. But what is this that we're seeing here? There it is. Eyes, nose, head, forehead. So this is found on the Gale crater on Mars. Mars, a strange location, as there several objects have been found that have become topics for discussion because they are reminiscent of things that should not exist on a planet that has not hosted, never hosted life, always according to the official positions of NASA and other organizations dealing with the planets, their biology, and much more. Gale crater on Mars. Perhaps the most characteristic of all that has been found there from time to time, it would be correct to name the one which one can easily describe as a house with a pitched roof, also something that could be characterized as a mural, and much more has been identified. Are they real, or are they pareidoleas, something that look like what we think we know, even though they may be natural formations? The truth is, one of the many things that make the red planet mysterious is the various objects and structures that are reminiscent of proper ancient civilizations of our Earth. Among all these are the objects that refer to statues, or rather pieces of statues. Could all this be coincidence? This piece looks like a rock in the photo, which it's not difficult to distinguish familiar features like eyes, nose and mouth, forehead, a beard clearly visible. The object was located by Sarah Runcie that belongs to the set of photos of Curiosity Sol 1033. It's not the first time we've seen something like this, as a piece has been identified that with relative ease one would say was the head of Apollo found on Mars. So could we say that this possible head also belongs to an ancient god? And I'll give you the link to the original image, Mars JPL NASA Gov, and there are many theories that answer the questions that NASA cannot handle. One of them is that once upon a time, Mars had life and had one or more intelligent civilizations. For example, you'll find in my playlist, Emerald Tablets, written by Thoth the Atlantean, he mentions that Mars was inhabited, and at one point, one of the Atlantean generals was exiled there with his entourage of generals, and that exiled general was buried under a face on Mars, and that his entourage was buried next to him under pyramids next to the face on Mars. Okay, so we see that the face and the pyramids on Mars, is that a coincidence? It's actually, of course, referred to in the Emerald Tablets written by Thoth the Atlantean. Could that be the location referred to in the Emerald Tablets of the exiled general here under this face in Sidonia? So there are many theories that answer the questions that NASA can't handle. One of them is that once upon a time Mars had life and had one or more intelligent civilizations. Either they were indigenous, or they arrived from other planets, or even from Earth, when the then inhabitants possibly had the technology to reach other distant worlds. So this theory easily solves how everything that has been found on the surface of Mars, especially in very special areas, specific areas, has been found. Could all this be coincidences? Of course, there is the conspiracy theorist who claims that there are Earthlings working with aliens on Mars, but that is another completely different story. So as you realize, such images require an open mind that can judge or challenge. Maybe one day our survival will depend on it. Surely there will be many who will say that these are games of light and shadow, but one opposite opinion cannot overthrow another. They just coexist. All of this requires evidence that will either refute or confirm some findings. So please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. I've translated this from a Greek article, and I'll leave the link below for the image for you. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.